John Doyle from Optics EQ with today's video race of the day. It's Tampa Race 9 on Wednesday, December the 22nd. And if you're looking at the plot, it's looking kind of red. It's looking kind of hard to decipher. Look at the RPM. That's where we have all the run styles of the horses. There's only one horse that has an established run style. What does that mean? Well, when we do the run styles, the horse has to have run a good race, and just shows you none of these horses really have run probably good races with the exception of the 5. And he's a big square, so I guess he plots okay. But I am not going to trust anything out of this plot. Maybe just look at when we come back after we look at the grid, maybe come back to the plot, just take a look at where maybe certain horses are positioned. But for the most part, this is chaos on the plot. So let's go to the grid and try to decipher things. And the reason I picked this race, you'll see it, I get to a horse that looks a little interesting because it's a horse that had a green keyword 2 races back and then had an excuse following that. But let's go through the list of the horses first, so it's just easier to eliminate horses as we go along. So the number 1 is coming off a 96-day layoff. You can see the range of this race is 58 to 64. The horse has been nowhere near that. His race at 8 furlongs was least against better, but came back in at $16,000 level on the dirt and didn't do much running. Don't like this horse. Going to be downgrading this horse. The 2 ran okay on the dirt last time. So, I mean, maybe you keep this horse in the mix underneath. But again, first time turf, not showing anything in terms of turf going to be the preferred surface, first time long. I wouldn't toss him, but, probably not on the win end. And I'm going to show you an idea here that I have in terms of this race from maybe a betting strategy as we go through this. The 3, Fergus, look, it's a first-time starter, okay? So anytime a first-time starter I feel this week, it's got to be a contender. I don't care where they run. I don't care the pedigree. I mean, you can drive yourself crazy. Again, this kind of race cash, you're looking for prices. I wouldn't discount this horse. And I'm going to show you something about this trainer, too. I don't know if this horse is good. This trainer is good, but this trainer is hot right now in the limited starters at this meet. And the way I know that is I go to the trainer V bar up here, trainer jockey, and I've kind of unhighlighted things, or you can highlight them, unhighlight them. And I just got the jockey win percentage for the meet and the trainer, and you can see how high that bar is on the number 3. So this horse has an edge in terms of trainer being hot, and I always like to play trending trainers. So in a race like this, again, I would include this horse as a possible win contender just because how bad this field is. The number 4 is another horse that you might want to consider underneath just for the fact that he's going to try something new, and he was bet heavily in his debut. So they must have thought something in this horse. Maybe this was a prep. Doesn't say that, so I'm not going to be, again, jumping on this horse on the win end, but maybe a horse you can include underneath or in deep, backup tickets on your multi-race wagers. The number 5, we saw how he plotted pretty good, but this horse didn't really improve numbers-wise when he made the switch to turf. It's been kind of the same. So it's another horse I might include on the bottom, but on the win end, I'm a little bit against. The 6 is the horse I was trying to explain and talk about. Okay. So this horse started his career at Meadowlands, 5 furlong sprinting. He got shuffled and then no push. Comes back synthetic at Gulfstream Park at the level of today's level. Okay, and being that it's Gulfstream Park, it's a little bit higher than Tampa. And this horse runs a pretty good race. In fact, he gets a sneaky close, he gets a stretch and an improve. So you got a sneaky close. So next time what happens, they bump him up, they run him here at Tampa, and I don't know what went wrong. He got rank into the first turn, and then for some reason the jockeys just checked him out of there and pulled him up. So I'm kind of excusing that race. I think the jockey might have overreacted there. He gets a jockey change. Not sure about this circuit if this is a major improvement, but it has to be because the ride last time was not good. You can see we got the treble plus, and the EX is a grade that we use when we want to excuse a race, so we want to draw a line through that. So if this horse could still improve, like we said on the stretch out at this level, I think that it's going to put him in contention here. And look at his odds. It's going to be 20 to, well, he's 20 to 1. I don't know what he's going to be, but that's seems a little high, but we'll take it if he anywhere near that. And we're going to be using him in all 3 slots. Okay, the number 6, Great Junior. The number 7, this horse did not improve like we thought, got dropped. But again, Indiana is not really a drop because it's a different circuit. When he did get the drop and tried turf going long, it was against a weak field and he didn't do much running. So against that horse, the number 8 Iowa Class just looks too slow. Last time we wanted a drop from where he was, and we think he's more of a 1-turn kind of horse. So he's still getting 2 turns. Don't like that horse at all. The number 9 looks too slow. He's had so many chances, hasn't done anything. Doesn't look like this horse is improving. The number 10, I would say, is just a contender, just based on the fact that those races at Colonial are pretty good, and they ran big numbers compared to this field, like a 69. Last time a 57, but got shuffled, was in a little bit of traffic, was warm. It's coming off a layoff, so that's a question thing. But I just think in this field, especially when I just go back see where he plots, kind of plots up here. Maybe he has some kind of pace and definite win contender just because of the class distinction there. Horses run against better horses at Colonial. And then 11 looks like another horse that's a little bit up against it. Wouldn't mind using him just because this horse had trouble last time and ran a pretty good number. Kind of puts him in the mix. That's the kind of horse we might want to also consider on the win end. So what I'm thinking here is playing the 6 in all 3 slots and maybe the trifecta, and using the 3, 10, 11 in the win end, or first or second, like if we put the 6 first. So, and then kind of spreading with 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and 11 because it's a crapshoot in the other leg. Okay, so you get it. 6 is our key. Using them all 3 slots. 3, 10, 11 have ability to win or run second or third. So we want to include them. So that's it for Tampa on Wednesday, December 22nd. This is Optics EQ. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also check us out at OptixEQ.com. I'm John Doyle. Thanks for listening.